Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Monkey Wrench. I'm Kelly, the monkey with the wrench. And today I got something in my eye and I can't get it out, so it's going to be a fun afternoon.
Please subscribe.
Today we're going to be working on this Troy-Bilt Mustang XP50, and what I've got to do is change the PTO clutch underneath. My smaller impact is not strong enough to get the bolt out of the PTO clutch. I've already tried. There's no reason to show you that. We've all been there.
That's much too early. Prepare to fast forward. Preparing to fast forward. Fast forward. Fast forwarding, sir.
When your small tool isn't strong enough. So to get it off, what we have to do is stop the motor itself from spinning. So what you end up doing is pulling out one of your spark plugs, which mine's right there. Get yourself some rope, just like in the thumbnail, and slide it into the piston. It doesn't particularly matter where your engine is sitting, as long as there's some room to get at least one or two bends of rope. As you push it in, you'll feel it start to bend to one side. Keep pushing, it'll bend to the other. And what happens is, then when you turn the machine, it will not spin anymore, because basically your piston comes in and out against the piston head where your spark plug is, and there's only a little bit of room in there. That's why spark plugs are different lengths, and the spark plug pretty much takes up all the room in between there. So you're usually looking at a small amount. So as long as you can get enough rope in there to stop the piston from completing its cycle, coming to the top and coming back around, it'll stop that motor from spinning. And then I'm going to use my old torque wrench. This is my beater. I beat on this with a hammer and whatnot, but I use it for leverage. And now I can get underneath and I can break that bolt free.
What the hell am I looking at? When does this happen in the movie? Now.
I don't expect you to be able to see much. But my small impact is just not strong enough to get that thing free. Oops. See, I beat on it so much it's come apart. So I'm going to use the same socket, and we're going to put a little bit of leverage to it. And all I'm trying to do at this point is break it free. There it goes. Now go slowly, and if it feels like it's binding up, stop, because you don't want to break this bolt off. I've actually been called in by customers before who have snapped the bolt off in the crankshaft, and that's what that is. It's your crankshaft. And we've tried drilling it out and tapping it, and that didn't work, and we've ended up having to replace the crankshaft because of it. So go slow in the beginning. And you'll be able to get it out. And now I can take off my PTO clutch. I hope it's not stuck to the shaft. It felt like it moved some already. This is not for the video. This is just because I don't feel like getting up and shutting off the camera. But I've got to take this keeper off in order to drop this. And that's the first time I've seen one of those. But okay. There it goes. And now my PTO clutch is off. This thing is a mess. It shorted itself out, and this was what was causing all the trouble. So I can now take off my plug. I've rewired this machine. I don't know if I made a video on rewiring the machine, but I've actually ripped out the whole wire harness, rewired this whole machine so that there's no safety switches in there, and we've gotten rid of the short from this now by putting a new one on here today. So there you go. Now I can pull this rope back out, and I'll show you just how much was in there. It wasn't much. That's all the rope that it took to make that piston stop spinning, so I could get on there with the leverage of a longer wrench and get that PTO clutch off. So now when you put it back on, if you're doing it by hand with a ratchet, I'm not, I'll be using my impact driver to put it back on, which is plenty strong enough to put it on. Just over time, they get real tight. But if you're using a wrench, if you're using a ratchet, if you're using a torque wrench, you can leave your rope in the piston. That way it still won't move. You can tighten it as much as you need to, then remove the rope, put your spark plug back in, and you're good to go. That's for all the new people out there. If this is your first time working on a machine, welcome to the wonderful world of fixing shit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the like button. It's somewhere between my chin and my balls, and I'll see you soon.